Alright, we know it's Monday today, and starting off the new week, that's no fun, but we're going to give you some sports here and try and make your Monday morning a little bit better.
Let's do this. Might as well just take off your socks right now because we are going to knock your socks off with sports.
Stay sports smart. Baloun, Ben.
Sports! Alright, we're going to kick off this episode with a little NFL. The NFL Combine started this weekend. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that, Ben?
Yeah, so NFL Combine, we had a few players who I was pretty impressed with how they did so far. First one I'm going to talk about is Ryan Swope. He's a wide receiver from Texas A&M. He ran a 4.3 4.40, and he was able to prove his speed because he's known to be quick where he's got quick cut moves or fakes to get people on vertical routes. But it's nice to see that he also has the speed to hold up for his position. That should make him a possible third rounder now. And the next one I'm going to talk about is a running back from Arkansas, Niall Davis. He's actually not really anywhere in the draft right now. He's mostly likely a last rounder, a free agent. But he ran a 4.37. He had 31 reps on the bench press as well. He had a great freshman year, but he's been plagued with some injuries lately. So if he's healthy, he could be a great player. I'd like to see him get his draft stock up a little bit and possibly get drafted this year. My next player I'm going with is Geno Smith. He's the quarterback for West Virginia. Everyone knows he's the top quarterback this year, but I think if anything he just continued to impress everyone at the Combine. Ran a 4.59 40, 33.5-inch vert, and a 10-foot 4-inch broad jump. It'll be interesting to see how he does on pro day when he's actually throwing the ball. And our next one is offensive lineman Terran Armstead of Arkansas Pine Bluff. He ran a blistering 4.7 140. For an offensive lineman, that's incredible. He also had 31 reps and a 9-foot 4-inch broad jump. He's a very athletic left tackle, but he needs to get stronger if he wants to hold up against some big linemen for the NFL. It could put him, though, as a second rounder with his speed that he has and his athletic ability. And our last player we're going to talk about is Vance McDonald. He's a tight end out of Rice. He did incredible. He was probably the one I was most impressed by. He had for tight ends, he was third in the three-cone drill with a 7.08, second in the broad jump with a 9.11, fifth in the 40 with a 4.69, first in the bench at 31, and third in the 60-yard shuttle with 11.73. So to finish in the top 5 in all those categories, that's just incredible. He did the best out of all tight ends, in my opinion. The only thing that he needs to work on is a little bit with getting better with catching the ball. He does have a few drops on his record. So other than that, I think he was doing amazing athletic-wise. He should solidify himself as a second-rounder in the draft this year. So we had a pretty interesting weekend for the NFL. It's nice to have a little news with them again. But we've got the NHL now. What's going on this weekend, Matt?
Well, we had two very big upsets this weekend on Saturday. The Capitals took over the Devils 5-1 with the help from Alex Ovechkin, who hadn't scored a point in 3 games, but gets his first hat trick. And that was his first hat trick in 2 years. So this is the real question: is he back? Is he going to perform now?
We'll have to see how he does in the next couple of games here.
Right. Our next upset was the Detroit Red Wings over Nashville 4-0. Jimmy Howard, who is 7-6-2 for the year, shuts down the Predators, and it was unbelievable. So this is really going to see, maybe he figured out his game.
Yeah, he had been struggling the last few games, or just for most of the season in general. To be only 7-6-2, it's pretty low for him, so it'll be good to see that he's hopefully picking his game back up.
Right.
You also got a couple of previews for the next couple of days. What do you got?
Previews for the week. On Monday, we got the Maple Leafs at the Flyers, who have 19 points right now. I say the Flyers take it over the Leafs 2-1. Next game, Stars at Predators. I'm going to say the Stars over the Predators 4-2. And then for Tuesday, we have a good game in Vancouver. I want to see the Coyotes take down Vancouver 3-2.
That'd be a little bit of an upset there if they could pull that off. Right. Mike Smith will have to do some great goaltending.
Especially up there in Canada.
Yeah.
Now let's pass it over to college basketball.
Thank you. All right, so Monday we have a huge game going on for college basketball. Syracuse is at Marquette, 2 of the top 3 teams in the Big East right now. They're a game back behind Georgetown, so whoever wins this game will at least put themselves in contention for winning the Big East regular season title. Syracuse, they're actually 4-4 in the last 8 games, and they've been struggling a little bit. They've been losing actually to some unranked opponents who are, they're good teams, but they're still unranked. I think Marquette's going to be able to take this one 71-68 in a late thriller. It's going to be a great game. I'm excited. Hey, Matt, kind of feel like rapping a little bit right now.
Rapping?
Yeah, rapping.
That's weird. You know, that kind of makes me want to do the 30-second wrap-up.
Let's do it.
I ain't talking about no presents. Tony Parker injures his triceps and is unsure he will play his next game.
The MLB spring training started, and we are getting some spring baseball fever.
Jimmy Johnson wins not the 1, not the 2, not the 3, not the 4, but the Daytona 500, and Danica Patrick finishes 8th.
Kendall Williams of New Mexico scores 46 points against Colorado State.
Jack Johnson, I listen to his songs, but that's not the one we're talking about. He's on Columbus, and he is on the injured reserve list for right shoulder injury.
Alright guys, thank you for watching today. That's all we got for Monday. We'll see you guys again on Wednesday. And remember, anything we talked about in the videos or we pictured are in the description down below. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys again on Wednesday. Have a happy Monday. Just like Jimmy Johnson, the Daytona 500, sports finishes on top.
When I open my curtains, I close them, and then I open them back up for sports.
I believe I can throw. I believe I can score that goal. I think about sports every night and day. Grab my gear and play away. I believe I can score.